Hey guys, Joe here with Unconventional Me. I want to do a quick video on this little loquat air layering I did. I started the air layering process in mid-February. I'm here in Ohio in a greenhouse, okay? So the loquat started showing some activity, so it wasn't dormant. I'll try to show you the tree real quick. It's that tree right there on the outside of the greenhouse. Basically, go ahead and watch videos on air layering to see how I did it, but just wrapped a pot around this section of the branch, taped it up, secured it, and then packed it with peat moss. Now, the reason I've got a bunch of bare roots, this is the reason I'm doing the video. I took this, filled a 5-gallon bucket with some rainwater, and then I say filled it up, but I actually just put enough water in that this base was covered. The reason why, then I took the bottom here, leave a good bottom to the bottom side of your tropical air layers. And I'm going to tell you why. So many times I've had issues with trees that I brought into my greenhouse not doing so well. And I don't know why until some have gotten to the point where they die. Until I empty them, take them out of the pots, and I find that their root masses are just nothing but peat moss, or they're just not the best type of soil for overwintering some stuff. So anyways, what I want to tell you is, if you do your air layering and you use peat moss, make sure to go ahead and shake that off the roots if you're going to grow in a greenhouse, because during the winter time, these guys in pots, they need to be able to dry out between watering. And what that dryness allows is everywhere there's dry soil is air, and that air gets down to the roots. But if you have peat moss wrapped up in the main mass of roots, they don't ever get a chance to get some air to them, and then they'll develop root rot, and then the plant will die. So that's why I did that. I think the peat moss is a great way to develop your air roots from air layering. But once you get your roots, go ahead and just put them in a bucket of water, tamp it down a few times gently. Now, I didn't do this right away. I actually cut it off the tree, cut it off the mother plant, and left it in the pot. Allowed the base to dry out and die off. And then I allowed a little more root development and some, I don't know what you would call it, just some maturity of the roots. So that I'm not, shaking loose the dirt on some fragile roots. If that makes sense. So you want to have some pretty stable roots on there before you go banging around on them. But anyways, what that'll do is allow me to repot this with some good sandy perlite mixed soil. So that these roots will have a good dry spell between each watering in the wintertime. All right, guys, appreciate you listening to my ramble. So, yes, it is easy to air root loquat. I'm trying to get you a picture of the loquat there. Allow your roots to develop a little bit, and then before you up pot it and getting it ready for the winter, make sure you go ahead and shake, loosen off that soil. The best way to do it, put it in a bucket of water and just tamp it, just loosely, lightly stir it in the water, and that'll allow the peat moss to work off easier than picking it off or shaking it off, because if you shake it off, you're not going to get it off real well without tearing off roots. All right, guys, hope everybody's doing good, and appreciate you watching. Thanks. Bye.